We've discussed the foods to get in bulk every 3 to 6 months, in particular whole grains and beans. Now we're going to look at the foods I get about every 1 to 2 months. We'll start with my Amazon subscriptions. So I get a lot of my shelf-stable groceries using Amazon subscriptions, and I'll tell you the ones I'm currently using. The brands that I have selected usually are selected because they're organic and they're highly rated. And the interval that I have on the subscription service, you can set it from anything from 1 week to 6 months, will depend on how quickly I go through the items. So I have the different subscriptions here, and I'm going to go through them now. First is almond milk. I drink a lot of almond milk. I drink almond milk in coffee. I drink almond milk on top of my overnight oats. I pour almond milk on top of the overnight oats, and the overnight oats are prepared with almond milk. I definitely would recommend the non-sweetened 30 calorie per cup version. So instant coffee. I normally drink coffee ground from beans that I grind, but instant coffee is great when I am running late for work. It's great when I make a non-sugar frappuccino, which you can see the recipe for later in this course. And it's great if I'm out hiking or climbing and I want to make instant coffee with almond milk on the go. Next is green tea. I have a green tea every day, and matcha is particularly high in antioxidants. Steel cut oats. This is for my overnight oats that I make every 4 days and eat after dinner every night. Chia seeds go into the overnight oats. Cinnamon goes in coffee as well as in overnight oats. This is a large pack. I think they're 18 seaweed in extra virgin olive oil. I add this to salad on most days. Nutritional yeast I add to salad. I also add to any Mexican and often Italian marinara dishes. It's like Parmesan that I add at the end. I find it's better when I'm cooking with tempeh or chicken or turkey as opposed to seafood. I don't like the idea of cheese. It's a cheesy flavor, so I usually don't use it with seafood. Diced or chopped, jarred or canned tomatoes I have for my marinara sauce as well as for the Mexican chili dishes. Tomato paste also for the marinara and Mexican chili dishes. Sriracha I will add on salad every day. Extra virgin olive oil, that's 3 tablespoons a day is the goal. For lunch I'll have 1 tablespoon, have another tablespoon that I stir vegetables to air fry, and a 3rd tablespoon when I'm sauteing protein. I have all sorts of vinegar, both for adding to salad, especially balsamic vinegar, as well as for adding to the sautés I make. Red wine vinegar I tend to use for Italian. Rice wine vinegar I'll tend to use for Chinese. Apple cider vinegar usually for Mexican and Indian. Sherry vinegar and balsamic vinegar are both great on salad. I buy these coconut aminos, which is a lower sodium alternative to soy sauce. It's also lower sodium than most low sodium soy sauces. I buy this minced garlic in a jar. I buy garlic powder. So the minced garlic I have a tablespoon on salad every day, and I'll use it when I'm sauteing, as well as when I'm marinating the chicken, and I'm marinating the salmon. Garlic powder I tend to use I use garlic powder when I'm mixing vegetables before I air fry them. Minced onions I use twice a day. I love dried minced onions. I'll use these to put on salad. It adds a crunch. I also add them to vegetables before I air fry them. There's all kinds of preserved ginger out there. This is what I found to be the best. It's freeze-dried minced ginger. The other gingers I found that are jarred have a lot of chemicals with large names that scare me. And this brand is just the ginger, so I recommend that. I add ginger to vegetables that I'm going to air fry when I'm making a stir fry. I also add it to a stir fry. Curry powder I'll use for any Indian dishes, Italian seasoning for any Italian dishes, chili powder for any Mexican dishes. Red pepper flakes I will use usually at the beginning when I'm sauteing onions and garlic before I add other seasonings, and I use it in most sautés, although I use very little because it is extremely spicy. Bay leaves I will use when I'm instant potting beans. I use salt and pepper on most of the sautés I make, and actually most of the dinners I have salt and pepper added. I also add ground pepper to salads. And finally, I have 3 kinds of broth on hand: vegetable, chicken bone broth, and beef bone broth. I find that vegetable broth is best for seafood, chicken broth is best for chicken and turkey, and beef bone broth is best for tempeh. These make up all the subscriptions I have, and what's fun about subscription is you can incrementally improve. You can realize, I bought too much balsamic vinegar this month, so I'm going to have to scale back from every 1 month to every 2 months. Or, I can't control myself with nutritional yeast. I better space out my deliveries from 2 months to 3 months. Or, I'm sure running low on almond milk. I'm going to increase it to 3 containers a month instead of 2. And finally, it keeps in your pantry the foods that are essential for a healthy diet, like green tea and extra virgin olive oil, without you having to remember to buy them.